Let's go, boys. I've got to do something to remove off my dispression. Let's see what you've got. I think I could just watch my YouTube for a bit so that I can find some interesting videos to watch and then, like, based on that, I'll do something. You know what I mean? This is all technical. Let's skip it. Let's move to this account because this is where I can get some interesting, videos. I just started emotion performative, multi-creative crisis. This is the performative. Most people are in love with the idea of work and not the work itself. That's a good line of thinking, but it's a little too much for me to like have uh, think about right now. Like I want something funny, right? So when in doubt, for the case of funny, let's go for the video that I loved as a like when I was a little like not when I was a little kid, but like quite some years and months ago. Like it was probably the month of I guess July, I suppose. I don't know. No, not July. Where I watched something which was really good, really funny, and also informative in a certain weird way. Hornbills, no, definitely not Hornbills. This is fun, but I'm not gonna watch it because it's not that funny. It's just fun as a concept, like which has been discussed here. There's nothing more than that. This was also I don't remember exactly what was this video about, but yeah, there was one video which I really liked. It was very cool. Mm, this lady is pretty good looking. That's it, nothing much. The performance and said, nah, I'm hell no. I'm gonna watch all of this. This one video is very good. This is also funny. This is also a funny video. Uh, like, yeah, it's a funny video. I'll watch it right now, like a little later. But there was one video which was really good. It was where he's trying to explain about something he was trying to explain, some kind of like, I think he's talking about human evolution as a whole, and he presented it in a very funny way. You know what I mean? Like, Orson Welles, Nicholas didn't quit, nah, a model life, crazy, nah, hell nah. This could be funny, but I don't know. I'm not interested in it right now. Internet used to be place. Yeah, I remember this video, but I haven't watched it. Every eye in the animal kingdom. This could be an interesting one, but not. It might as well be too technical. Explaining Hamilton crowded elevator. This could be interesting, but nah, I want to watch that video right now because I want to be watching something funny. This is really good. This lady is really good. And the fact that the videos are a little too long, but the channel is pretty good. I might as well watch that right now if I don't find anything interesting. What do you think? Yeah, K-What is cooler than you think. I think we watched it in the night while I was about to sleep. So I ended up sleeping and not watching this video particularly. But yeah, and what was the one? March, right? So yeah, I think I can still find that video. Why Do We Laugh is a pretty good video. Like this channel is pretty good. But I want to find something else. The Art of Late Night Movie, yeah. This is not funny video, but yeah, just some kind of video. I want to look at the video which was really funny. I watched it. This channel is pretty good. Like why only? Yeah, I mean whatever this channel, whatever videos that this guy makes, pretty funny. This video is pretty good. Bonobo, it talks about Bonobo as to how they are kind of gay sometimes. You know what I mean? Like not kind of gay, but they are like there's a homosexual there's this uh, thing of homosexuality in them as a species. Yeah, right. So that's there. This ass video is also good, like scanning my butt and making a perfect seat. I don't know how it makes sense, but yeah, this is pretty good. I will watch this, but it's not funny. So yeah, I want to watch something which is funny, right? That's the agenda today. Actually, so that I can laugh a little bit. This is a very good film. I watched the entire film, but I don't know. There's nothing much I can remember as some kind of like intimate thing that I remember. This I want to see. Script writing ritual as to how he writes stuff, but never mind. Not right now, maybe some other day. I want to watch that funny video, bro. Come on. I can't just be looking. Oh, yeah, this is the video. You just have that. Let's go. See, I watched it twice. Let's go. Okay, not. Up.
And we've only got like 20 minutes.
Crap.
Okay, let's start with birds. How many birds could there possibly... Oh no. This one first, why not? The Seychelles warbler evolved around... Wait, hold on. Cooperative behavior? Some birds altruistically cooperate? But that would imply... Life on Earth probably began with some soup.
What would that imply?
At least 3.5 billion years ago. Not this soup, spicy hydrothermal soup, made with nitrogen, phosphorus, and love. It's really good. You could taste it. You probably shouldn't taste it. But someone is tasting it. We'll call them Jeremy. Oh, can't see them? That's because they're really small and kind of basic, so much so we can probably leave for a bit without missing any. Whoa, slow down! Now there are Jeremys everywhere, trying different configurations thanks to a weird spiral cheat code, and some of them are wondering if the sun is tasty, and some of them are wondering if they can link together, and oh wow, this is gonna get out of hand quick. Cool, is it fish time now? Not even close, bucko. First it's time for the boring billion. Scientists never call anything boring, so we can probably skip this one. Next is the Cambrian... Sorry, hold on.
Go back to the birds.
Okay, cooperative altruism has been documented in some bird species. Barn owl chicks give food to hungry siblings, Seychelles warblers co-parent. Though it's not conclusive, it honestly seems like a lot of animals show behavior one could classify as kindness. But if it's emerged convergently in so many species, does that mean kindness is only a survival strata? Next!
Wait. Let me just share this time stream with my friends so that I can, like let them know that, okay, you guys here. Whatever that means. Let's see though. Thank God it doesn't open here. Let's go. So I think I've sent it. Let's just continue watching this video.
Is the Cambrian period. The species show behavior one could classify as kind. Not conclusive, it honestly seems like a lot of animals show behavior one could classify as kindness. But if it's emerged convergently in so many species, does that mean kindness is only a survival strata? Next is the Cambrian period. The Jeremys have been busy, linking together into remarkable multicellular— oh god, what is that? An increase in oxygen has led to an explosion of new body plans.
That's a good expression.
Remarkable multicellular— oh god, what?
What is that?
What is that? An increase in oxygen has led to an explosion of new body plans, and in their excitement, everyone's gotten a little weird with it. Predators are now in vogue, so most species need a method of self-defense, like being weird with it.
Predators are in vogue. What do you mean by vogue? I mean, it's a magazine, I know, but what exactly does it mean? Come on. Predators are in vogue. Prevailing nah. Okay, yeah, it literally kind of means it in that sense. What is this?
Predators are now in vogue, so most species need a method of self-defense, like being fast, wiggly, or a slow and unpalatable mouthful of shell. Hey, this is a great idea, say their cousins, the horseshoe crabs. Let's just do this forever and not change. And they mean it, because looking ahead 400 million years, while whales will only need half an epoch to turn from weird rat things into living submarines, horseshoe crabs will have still barely shifted a centimeter, making every time the two hang out rather awkward. Hey, so, do you want to evolve sometime later, or...?
Not really. Nobody practice.
Not really. But the wildest thing about the Cambrian is... Okay, wait a minute.
Autism
If
people.
kindness is just a survival strategy, a product of natural selection, doesn't that suggest we only perform good deeds because we benefit? Like by
Yeah,
passing on our genes or having a
pretty much.
favor returned? Well,
Pretty much.
maybe. The idea that the principles underlying Darwinian evolution can be widely applied to things like ethics and culture as well is called universal Darwinism,
But
which
doesn't
isn't
exist.
named after Charles Darwin, but his cousin, Leonard Darwin.
Which
That
it
was a
doesn't
lie.
exist.
I just
Exactly.
broke our trust,
Fuck.
and it didn't feel good because thousands of years of cultural evolution has made lying
Let's
into a
go. We got
socially
people watching as well. Hello. Who is this big fan? I don't even know the name. Or maybe, I guess I know who it is. Is it Boggish? Is it Tanmai? Oh fuck, I shouldn't have said their names. What if 6 years later this becomes trending and then their identity is exposed? Doesn't really matter.
acceptable taboo. See, societies evolve just like organisms, adapting alongside things like technology, clothing, language, dance, and humor in response to selective pressures. So keep an open mind.
Whoa, wait, what?
Societies evolve just like organisms, adapting alongside things like technology, clothing, language, dance, and humor in response to selective pressures. So keep an open mind because this next part is where things really... Alright, enough about the Cambrian already, I hear you say. I'm tired of Anomalocaris. Are there fish yet? Well, first of all, how dare you? Second of all, yeah, there are fish, but they look... Okay, listen, flash forward a solid 100 million years, now fishier fish are hanging out in the shallows, which turns out to be a gateway drug for walking on land. Not like that, more like this. And now you've got the first terrestrial vertebrates. Oh, right on, so it's dinosaur time now. No, hold your
No.
proto-mammalian horses.
What if Proto of a million horses? I don't know what that is. What is Proto Mammalia? Proto mammals. Proto mammal refers to a gross what? That includes all the mammals and their extinct relatives. Oh, all the mammals. Proto mammalian horses. Hold your horses. Let's go.
These things take time. Natural selection isn't just some video game where, welcome back to my gaming channel, today we're looking at the new game Evolution. It's been in development for 3...
Spotlight shine bright all on me. Got the internet turn like
The ads would be interesting if the music is right. I mean, like ads would be watchable if at least the music is vibey. You know, like I want to watch this like ad because the music is like, whoa, sick.
who is she? Whole world watching they about
Nah, that's enough.
3.5 billion years? Okay, fine. So if there aren't dinosaurs yet, what sorts of animals do we have? Well, since we're now entering the Permian, we've reached the age of synapsids, a group that includes the iconic Dimetrodons, the rather rotund Cotylorhynchus, who were perfect. And there's also a few weird hairy things scurrying around, but they probably won't amount to much. Wait, hold on.
I didn't
There are
know that.
currently 8.2 billion humans on this planet. Yet according to universal Darwinism, there might be 100 times as many memes, influencing our social evolution and even our sense of ethics. A meme, in this case, is a unit of cultural information capable of self-replicating, as proposed in the book The Selfish Gene by Richard Dawkins. The term encompasses any idea transferable between...
Wait, what? Dawkins proposed the idea of memes. What does Darwinism have to do with it? What does? Darwin's idea of evolution has been intertwined with the concept of memes through the field of memetics, which is the study of evolution of culture based on Darwinian principles. Richard Dawkins coined the term meme in his book, The Selfish Gene, to say how cultural elements such as songs. What did Richard Dawkins do? What did he invent? Evolutionary biologists, I know that. What was his like thing? Selfish Gene. Okay, fuck. It's just a book that I know. I mean, there's nothing much to know about what he does, what he did. Okay. In eloquent, evocative prose, Richard Dawkins conveys the certainty that Rather than diminishing the myriad beauties of the universe, extinguishing whatever is mystery, science reveals the truth that are not really okay, fine, fair enough, pointless. Has a number of popular books. Selfish Gene is popularized the gene-centric view of the. That's actually a good book. I mean, from what I remember, I've not read it, but of course I haven't read it. A Blind Watchmaker. He explains how cumulative, non-random process of natural selections coupled with random variation. That's actually a good concept of book. I don't know. I might want to know more about this book later. Let's focus on the video first.
Humans, from Beethoven's Ninth to the Mac and Cheeto, and therefore all of societal progress can theoretically be broken down into its memes. For example, there used to be mullets. Now, there is no mullets. You probably aren't wearing a toga while watching this. I mean, you might be, I guess, I don't know your life, but did you journal on your clay tablet this morning using your reed stylus about the consistency of copper your merchant gave you? If the answer is no, then congratulations, you don't live in ancient Babylonia, because like biological genes, meme variation allowed culture to evolve. But this theory gets stranger. Dawkins argues groups of memes working together are what facilitate more complex human ideas, like languages or traditions, which he claims are functionally mind viruses spreading contagiously from person to person. And if you're thinking, hold on, isn't this getting a bit too out there? The ride's just getting started, because you can't talk about the evolution of absolutely everything without talking about why don't you want to change? I don't know. I already like myself. Sure, but is there something about me you don't like? Of course not. That's not what because just because I never went through a phase where I was a furry rat horse doesn't mean that. I know. I'm sorry. You wouldn't understand. One Permian mass extinction later, and it's the early Triassic. Most species seem to have gotten the memo that it's time to stop being so goofy. Most species. And for the next few 100 million years, dinos are gonna lock in and fill just about every niche. Being tall, being small, eating leaves, having ball. Wow, these things were worth the wait. I don't see anything ever messing this up, so I'm gonna go buy milk. Can you look after the dinos while I'm gone? Okay, thanks. What did you do? Well, this is a problem. Who's gonna rule the planet now? These anxious rodent things? I don't even want to imagine what kind of society they would. The average human home contains at least one parasite. Penicillus parasitus, or the pencil, is a species that uses its capacity to create markings to lure in unsuspecting hosts, encouraging them to facilitate its continued survival and reproduction. This is a theoretically valid way to define pencils under Dawkins' self-replicating meme theory, but it obviously sounds weird, right?
Of course, I want to listen to it again. Sexy.
Rule the planet now, these anxious rodent things? I don't even want to imagine what kind of society they would. The average human home contains at least one parasite. Penicillus parasitus, or the pencil, is a species
Penicillus parasitus, of course,
that uses its capacity to create markings to lure in unsuspecting hosts, encouraging them to facilitate its continued survival and reproduction. This is a theoretically valid way to define pencils under Dawkins' self-replicating meme theory, but it obviously sounds weird, right? Perhaps unsurprisingly, the evolution of memes as Dawkins describes it is a somewhat controversial idea, even called a meaningless metaphor that assigns undue agency to the inanimate. And I agree that saying all cultural change can be
that assigns undue agency to the inanimate. That's a good line. Well, I should just probably write it down. Oh wait, I gotta. Wait, let me just save this file that I created yesterday because I don't want to basically. Science has assigned undue agency to the inanimate. That's what he said.
Undue agency to the controversial idea, even called a meaningless metaphor that assigns undue agency to the.
A meaningless metaphor that assigns that has a sound. It's a little too big. Okay, yeah. That has assigned. Okay, I need to make it big so that I don't have to press enter all the time so that I can undue. Wait, fuck. Undue agency to the. That has assigned undue agency to the meaningless inanimate. I heard somewhere that it's very centric to the human species that we sort of associate meaning with a lot of inanimate things. Like suppose a dog dying. I don't know. Dog is not an inanimate thing, but like something Suppose if we lose something, there's a lot of fluctuations in the emotion that happens, and like some kind of meaning we associate with that thing. Like suppose that I don't know. Let's say I lose this bottle. I'll be a little sad for a while because I'll be like, oh man, I used to have so much good time when I was having water bottle around me. I'm like, wow, water is so good, best beverage. So yeah, the fact that if I lose this water, I don't see it as a very utilitarian. You know what I mean? Wait, what the fuck is this? I don't see this in a very utilitarian sense. The bottle, and I have sort of associated my life's meaning to it. That's actually not the good usage of words, but whatever. And because of that, I end up sort of feeling sad when I lose this bottle. I want to wonder if, let's suppose there's a dog and you're given it's a street dog and you're given it some bedding, and the street dog sort of sleeps in that bedding, and then out of nowhere, suddenly, like sort of it's gotten used to the fact that I want to sleep. It's my sleepy time. Let's go sleep. And then if that, बाप रे है अभी है और तो मैं लेके आ जाता हूँ भाई हाँ भाई so if that happens and suddenly out of nowhere they will sort of remove the bedding from the street. I want to see if the dog still if the what would that dog feel like? Would it feel sad for the loss of the bedding that it used to sleep on, or would it not? That is basically the same thing, right? Associating meaning to inanimate. Like, would the dog be feeling sad if there's a loss of something inanimate in his or her life? That's okay. Let's go.
Inanimate. And I agree that saying all cultural change can be mapped to such units is a bit of a stretch.
This girl's distracting me, bro. Come on. That's how feeble my attention is. Feeble? Fickle? Changing frequently. Yeah. Wow, damn, bro. Feeble क्या होता है? Feeble means weak, right? Actually, both words are right. I like my English, bro. Come on. No, fuck. Feeble is not right. Lack no strength of character. Lacking strength of character. I know it's feeble, but I've never seen one to stand up for myself. Okay, yeah, whatever.
However, and this is a very, very big however, I don't agree that mean
Well, that's a good question to have. The dog example, let me just write it down. For example, the dog. Dog example. What was the next thing I was thinking about? Feeble. What is it? Feeble. 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 Feeble attention or fickle attention. Let's go.
theory is completely meaningless, especially if thought of as metaphor, because everything in our modern lives very, very big, however. I don't agree that meme theory is completely meaningless, especially if thought of as metaphor, because everything in our modern lives is in the flux of constant viral change. Pencils aren't
I think I should pause this live for a little while. Can I not pause this video? Or maybe I should pause. I think I should pause and make it a part 2 later on.